Hi, my name is Stephanie Flowers, and this is my Module 2. And I'd like to talk a little bit about why I'm a unique learner, and I feel that I learn best through hands-on. I'm a tactical learner. I can't just sit there and watch a video and so forth. I need to get in there and do it myself. I need to practice, practice, practice. Repetition is very important for me, especially with memorization. As a child, I would have to always make flashcards for myself. I am a very active person. I do not like sitting for too long, and I just basically learn the best through experience, not just reading or watching a tutorial. I have to actually do it. So I'm the type I need to kind of read the directions and do it along at both at the same time. And I also really like it quiet in order for me to concentrate. I get distracted very easily with loud noises. The teacher that had the most positive impact for me was when I was in 9th grade. I had a teacher for algebra class, and I'm going to talk about him here in a few minutes. And I just struggled so much in that class. So this slide and my next slide kind of goes hand in hand because it's a good teacher, bad teacher type of thing as far as the impact on a student. And together they kind of paralleled and evened me out because of how complete opposite they were. So I had this other teacher, okay, his name was, and when I wrote up what I wanted to say, I had his name in there, and then after sleeping on it overnight, I thought, you know what, I better take his name out, because just in case, you never know. But I always felt like this teacher never liked me. I don't even know if he ever knew my name. I don't think that he ever thought I would get algebra, I'd understand it, and he didn't want to waste his time with me. He never seemed to give me any suggestions or tried to help me understand. And I just felt like he never cared about me at all. So, it was a very cold environment. So I had Mr. X here for 9th grade algebra, and I was failing miserably. And by about the middle of the third, end of the third marking period, my parents decided to get me a tutor. And that tutor was Mrs. Ginner. She was a college professor down at Hack, and she tutored me on the side, and she changed my whole life, and I would not be a teacher without her. So she always believed in me. She never gave up on me. She was very patient, understanding. She would constantly go over things again, again, and again until I would get it. And she never made me feel stupid. She was always just so determined to help me and believe in me. And what a difference in the confidence level, because when I was with her and she was teaching college algebra at Hack, she would give me her test that mirrored what I was doing in 9th grade. And I would get every single question except maybe one or two right on her test. But then whenever I would go into the classroom with Mr. X, I didn't understand how he gave the test. A lot of it, instead of it being hands-on, he would do fill in the blank vocabulary terms, and I would go in there and I just bombed it. So here I was in 9th grade. I failed it, but yet I felt like I understood it, and Mrs. Skinner knew that I knew what I was doing. So I repeated it in 10th grade, and I was the star student with another teacher. So I went from failing in 9th grade with Mr. X to having another teacher named Ms. Giacchetti in 10th grade, and I think I was the biggest teacher's pet because she would always have me go around and help other students. So it's amazing what a difference, the teacher believing in you can make. The other interesting thing is, by the time I got in college, I had to take college algebra again. And so when I found that out, I called Mrs. Ginner up and I said, hey, Mrs. Ginner, you want to tutor me? So she tutored me 5 years later through college too. So I don't think I could have passed without her. And then I went on and and I asked her to tutor me and apply calculus. She goes, I'm sorry, that's above me. But I got straight A's because I had such a good, strong foundation. Okay, so the last thing is some of the learning tools I feel that are very important especially in the online learning environments, is I think visuals such as videos or tutorials. That way students can kind of stop things if they're doing something, and they can watch the video, stop it, pause it, do it, and then go back and forth. I think the emotional support, feeling that you're part of a community, you connect with your teacher and other students, is just as important online, if not more important online, as it is in the classroom, traditional classroom. I think you need to get grades on projects, not simply quizzes and tests, because boy do I struggle with just the simple fill-in-the-blank multiple choice questions. So I think it's a lot more fair to have projects involved with online learning too. I think understanding and recognizing each student's strengths and needs by doing the icebreakers, introductions, getting to know each other. I think it's really important to have clear expectations, which sometimes can be a struggle online. You must always be consistent so students know where to find information on websites and the learning platform. And you have to be flexible, knowing that different people are under different circumstances and why maybe they are doing the online courses. So, okay, thank you very much. Have a fabulous day.